Hi, I'm Ruth Shapira, and I'm happy that you decided to be here. Welcome to this new episode of Inner Judaism, a podcast where you can experience the spiritual beauty of Judaism and, almost most importantly, the meaning it has for your own life. In Judaism, the very notion of time is sacred, holy. That in itself is amazing. How and why does Judaism place such an important value on the passage of time? We'll scrape a bit of the surface here of this idea, and I hope that you'll join me. Ready? First, find a comfortable place to sit where you won't be interrupted. And please turn off or tune out other distractions and give this your full attention. And if you're a frequent listener, you know that I'll ask you to turn on that portion of your brain that's open to new ideas and new ways of thinking. And to help us be in the present moment, which will help us open our hearts, let's pay attention to our breath. So slowly begin slowing your breath down on each inhale and exhale. You can notice your chest rising and falling, and relax into this wonderful rhythm of your own breath. And begin to listen to the quiet. Not exactly the quiet around you, but the quiet of your own inner being. Relax into this moment of acceptance and take a few more moments before we begin. Time, as we know it, is fleeting. Moments leave us never to be regained. Judaism recognizes that the very notion of time is sacred because it's a divine gift. It's an opportunity for us to simultaneously live in the moment, yet experience a sense of timelessness. What does that mean for you? It's a paradox of being infinite beings in an infinite world. I don't know, it's really hard sometimes for me even to grasp that concept. And the Jewish calendar is a stark reminder of this. Regular calendars, which are based on the passage of time through the rotation of months and weeks, it's kind of tied to the physical, right? The sun and the moon and their relationship with the earth. It's very physical reality. But the Jewish calendar imposes a structure of marking time. Actually, the 7-day week, which recognizes creation, celebrates Shabbat, which is an imposed structure that's not related to anything that happens physically. So even that expands the notion of time as being connected to anything physical or material. The Jewish calendar even notes times down to the minute. There are times noted for ushering in Shabbat before sunset, the time sometimes of the ending of Shabbat, and some Jewish calendars mark the phases of the moon that align with the timing of our holidays. In this way, our very being is the connecting entity between the material and the spiritual. Just think about that for a minute. When we mark time, we become the connection between the material and the spiritual. Another way of holding on to time are blessings, which recognizes the source of all things. From the moment we open our eyes, to getting dressed in the morning, to relieving ourselves even in the bathroom, to drinking that first sip of water or coffee, there is a blessing for us. to punctuate time. There is something that we can say to hold on to those moments that sometimes slip by us totally unnoticed and unrecognized. It becomes part of our routine. And there are countless blessings for creating special moments from the spectacular to the very ordinary. One blessing, known as the Shechachiyanu, recognizes that moments experienced for the very first time or the first time in a year deserve our attention and a regard for the holy. There are blessings for seeing rainbows, for lightning and thunder, for seeing a long-lost friend, for smelling fragrant flowers and wild animals. These serve as exclamation points to our lives, never letting us forget that there is a powerful source of all being that has connected all of life in one great symphony. The blessing that we say after meals, a part of that blessing notes that we are asked to say that blessing when we are satisfied, when we feel the most joyous, the most conscious of the food that we just ate and the nourishment that we just gave. That's an opportunity for us to mark that time. So think about it. How will you mark the passage of time in your own life? What times are really special every single day that you want to make note of? What small steps might you take to create bridges for yourself that connect your finite being to a higher entity? How will you be the connecting bridge between your soul and the soul of all one? Because what you decide to do will imprint on your very soul, and it will change the character of your life. Thank you for listening and for involving yourself in the spiritual path of engagement and seeking out with me the deeper meaning that Judaism has for you. I hope you'll revisit and re-listen so I'll know that this is meaningful for you. And you could always let me know how I'm doing by writing me at innerjudaism@gmail.com. Wishing you a glorious day and the ability to make this day better than yesterday.